they have been focusing on those type of issues?
I'm going to say this from personal experience, and I'm not going to say any names, of course, but I don't think 10 years ago, I don't feel that they were, but I saw several of the city council members come along in the last, I don't know, 4 years maybe, and I initiated, or I was on the original committee, and I finished the artistic bike racks for downtown, and there's some in uptown. They're all downtown for the Downtown Neighborhood Association. It took us 10 years to complete our annual project, and a lot of it was because there were people that had the power to help us initiate this, and they didn't understand how it, nobody's going to ride a bike. I mean,
That was their
Right,
response, right?
right.
They weren't, there's no progressive thinking.
correct.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
So that's what I mean by that.
I mean, so, I think what you're talking about a lot, but you're really not addressing it, is poverty in Memphis. I mean, many people say poverty is it's the white elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Do you feel that way?
Though there is a lot of poverty in District 7, but I do feel, and this is why I don't want to call it poverty, because what solves poverty issues are jobs, and I'm a huge proponent of business.
And how can people get jobs they need? There's a connector there.
That's correct.
And
there are a lot of programs.
What's the connector? Education, right?
Oh, correct. Oh, yes.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I said we need an educated workforce. I mean, that's definitely, they're all building blocks to sustainable income.
Okay, I want to ask something. So if we had a company that said, we want to come in to Memphis and we're going to bring $500-600 million
Mm-hmm.
to the Memphis area, and we're going to really bring some jobs. We're going to bring 1,500, 6,000, 7,000. You put the number on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the place that the business wanted to put their company was going to displace, say, 1,500 children into another area of Memphis. If you were a city council member, what would you do in that situation? Because you've said that we need to bring in the jobs. What would be your take on a situation like that?
I'm not sure what you mean by displaced. You mean their homes would be razed?
Yes.
To build a...
Yes.
Well, first of all, I would introduce them to the Sears Tower. Do something with this. I love utilizing existing buildings. Without knowing specifics, there's always a trade-off. Would these children, would these families, be offered equal or better housing? That are, there's so many specifics. I think that would go into a decision like that. I would judge it on an individual basis. If I'm understanding you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess one other question we had before we'll kind of wrap it up here is, the schools the city is required to continue to fund the city schools until consolidation has happened. Then after consolidation has happened, there'll obviously be a big pool of money there that was going to the city schools. Would you be in favor of using that money for other programs that would support the kids, the youth within Memphis, maybe even Head Start or better after-school programs?
Well, again, without knowing the specifics, I can't really make an informed decision. But I am always in favor of programs. But I would like, this is my personal opinion, and I really support this kind of interaction. I would really like to see more programs like the one that has been really helpful in our particular neighborhood, where Reverend Moore at the Methodist Church down the street, he has a program where he works with Marriott and they train people. And then they give them jobs once they finish training. So, you know, I'm in support of programs like that. Head Start, great program. But the monies, it would have to be something I would have to look at. You know, they're different.
Right.
And I'm not sure, you know, I will tell you, because I didn't know a lot about city schools, I've been learning quite a bit. And something I've learned is that the city council really doesn't have any say, or not much say. Now, we can work in collusion with different boards, but the city council just approves the budget.
Yeah, there's, you know, I think, I don't agree with that.
Mhm.
I mean, I think, you know, in a city like Memphis where you have such high poverty, and the way out of poverty is good public education,
Mhm.
I mean, I think the city council better be involved with public education in any way they can be.
Mhm.
And that means, if that means sitting down with the school board on a monthly basis, doing that.
That is exactly, yeah.
I mean, to me, every elected official better be a champion of public education in the city of Memphis, because that's the only way we're going to get out of
That's right.
poverty.
And that's what I believe in, is collaboration. But as far as proposing initiatives or doing anything or allocating funding, the city council's hands really are not in that. But collaboration with some of the other boards, absolutely.
There's plenty they can do. I mean, they are you know, one of the discussions right now is
Mhm.
whether or not they continue to fund the city schools at what's known as the maintenance of effort,
Mhm.
which is you just take the per pupil amount and you take that times the number of kids.
Right.
Or do you refund the city schools at the amount that the school board asks for, which is usually higher
Right.
than that maintenance
Of course.
of effort
Right.
amount.
Right.
So, you know, they're funding, they do have a lot of control over the funding.
It's mostly the
there.
city school board. Now, it will be interesting to see how this plays out with the consolidation.
It will be.
I'm really looking forward to
It will be.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to it, but I'm very interested in how this plays out.
Yeah, well, if you're being city council, you better get ready, because it's going to be.
And, you know, it may change all the answers about funding.
Do you have a current campaign structure? I see that you have a committee
To elect
elect
Julie, right?
Julie, and you have this. Do you have a current campaign
I do.
structure in place?
Mhm. And, you know, I'm sure y'all know all of us candidates are doing a lot of these interviews. And one of them asked me where my campaign headquarters were. And I truly live what I believe. I promise you. We really thought it would be a waste of money to do that. And so I'm looking into, when I'm in the runoffs, utilizing one of the community centers, and one of the students, or several students that are involved there, you know, that are interested in politics. But we felt like it would be a waste of money at this time with 14 candidates. This is an unusual, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks in your district
Yes.
running, but that's, yeah, it's good
It's
to see.
great.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe we should have more, less incumbents running, right?
One less incumbent.
Yes.
Per district,
Right, exactly.
So basically, Stand for Children, you know, we are looking to endorse candidates, and what we would give
Mhm.
candidates would be volunteer time, which can come in a lot of different ways.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, I definitely need that.
And then we also, you know, we do have a financial backing that some of the staff has been working to raise, as well as members. So those are the type of things that we do. And just so you know, as far as process is concerned, is we're looking at everyone, we're interviewing everyone that gets back to us. We've
Right.
sent all of the questionnaires to all of the candidates.
Right.
And then we'll probably get back to people if we're interested by the end of next week. So
Okay.
that's kind of where we.
That's great.
and
And
how
there's
we
a
do it.
donate button if y'all want to donate individually
Okay.
on my website.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Julie, for coming in today, and we appreciate you taking the time to come and see us.
When do you think your business is going to be open?
Well, it was supposed to be open 6 months ago. You know,